This program is rated PG. It contains themes and scenes which may not be suitable for very young audiences. Parental guidance is advised.
Greetings from the Philippines to the world. We are on Facebook Live on Eagle News and Net25 TV and also on our streaming site eaglenewslive.com. Watch us on our YouTube channel at Net25 TV. I am Cesar Vallejos. Welcome to Open for Business. Join me discover the latest news and information in business around the world. Stay ahead of the curve from vision to action. The extended quarantines compelled us to continue doing things online. And for some of our children, and I'm sure a lot of adults out there was more time to spend on their favorite RPGs or role-playing video games. RPGs are presenting incredible universes with high fantasy kingdoms. We see knights and different worlds, all products of creativity and imagination. The good news is video gamers now have an option to play Filipino-designed games that place Philippine pop culture, history, and tradition in the gaming experience. Today, we will showcase the talents and skills of Filipinos in creating and developing game and mobile applications that incorporate the Filipino culture for both local and international audiences. Jo Marie Luistro, the president of Boom Brain Studio, will join us in this episode, Open for Business.
Events happen around us all the time, in our community, in our country, around the world. Events that affect people, move communities, or simply inspire us. Interesting events that people need to know. In these interesting times, we continue to be a competent partner in delivering news about these events. Fast, accurate, balanced. Eagle News, because we live in interesting times.
Open for Business is back, and with me is the president of Boom Brain Studio Inc., Jo Marie Luistro. Kumusta ka naman, Jo Marie?
Mabuti po, okay lang po.
Yeah, during my introduction, Jo Marie, sinabi ko na because of the continued lockdowns, because of the quarantines, we continue to do things online, and siyempre katulad mo, na millennial, and of course a lot of citizens, not only millennials, they're very hooked to RPGs or role playing games. And what is very interesting about this is that there are now Filipino designed RPGs. So siyempre, ang alam natin, when I know that there's thousands, hundreds of games, and we normally see imported ones or the characters, figures na galing sa iba't ibang mga bansa. Pero bago kita tanungin sa dinesign mo na RPG or the one that you developed, I'd like to ask, how long have you been playing, and why is RPG your passion, which eventually is now your business in partnership with your colleagues?
Yes, I have been in industry of game development since 2012. I started making games since 2013. And doon, nag-try ako kumuha ng mga clients. But mostly when I was a child, yes. Most of the child sa era ko, millennials, we love playing ng mga games, family computer, doon nag-umpisa yung passion para magawa ng games. Sa paglalaro din ng games.
Mm-mm. Now, when you talk of gaming, do you have any specific data? Because I know that, syempre, before you developed your own game, you looked also at the market. How big is the market? How many players are there, both in the world and also in the Philippines? All I know is that my sons, yung dalawa kong anak, ay gamers din, But in this kind, in the development of this new RPG. What is it? How big is the market in terms of the market in the world, the gamers all around the world, which I think is also your market, and also if there are data that you have seen in the Philippine scenario.
Nowadays, game developers using the most popular game engine called Unity 3D. According to their data, 61% of them are using the Unity engine. So most of the games nowadays is made with Unity engine. And according to them, many general pay-to-pay games and free are made by them. So most of them is created using the game engine. So meaning, yung 61% na yun, is most galing sa game engine. According to them, 15% is yung sa general ng Agimat and the World Beyond.
Mm-hmm. Pero sa mga naglalaro ng games, ng RPGs, mga ilang milyon ito? Ilang milyon kayo sa mundo or sa Pilipinas din?
Sa data nila, hindi nila nabanggit how many. It is a percentage lang ng number of playing. So according sa data nila, yung number of playing is 8%. So nasa top 10 yun ng most played games online. Mobile and non-mobile games.
So what is it that's in RPG, that makes you really hooked in it? Kasi diba, there's a lot of activities now, and of course, one of the most popular things that people do during quarantines, during lockdowns, is playing games. And my question is, as a millennial, I'm sure you you are also the voice of the millennials out there. So what's in RPG? Ano ba ang meron sa RPG? Ano ba ang meron sa mga mobile games na ito na medyo nakaka-hook din sa mga kabataan ngayon? Hindi lang kabataan, sa mga parents din meron yan. Kaya pag-uusapan din natin yun mamaya kasi with Net25, we also want to have responsible gaming. So ano ba yung nakaka-hook dito sa mga kabataan, specifically on the gaming side?
Of course, for many, during this time of pandemic, games both online and console, along with the mobile applications, are greatly helping us to become stress-free. So meaning, yung game is yung kanilang pinaka-pastime. So they want challenges. Most of the millennials nowadays, gusto nila yung challenge. Yun yung isang category ng isang RPG na wala yung ibang genre ng games. So with that, yun ang nagbibigay sa kanila ng challenge, tsaka may stress ko nila for daily life. So using the Agimat and the World Beyond, isa yun sa mga objectives ng ating game.
What were your challenges? And can you run through me a process of game development? How can you give me a walkthrough of how a game is developed, lalo na nakaka-proud na may mga kabataan katulad ninyo na sa halip na maglaro na lang maglaro sa bahay ay you created a business and a community also that somehow educates people with original Filipino stories. So, John Marie, can you give me, how do you start? How do you end? How many weeks, or the process of creating a game such as this one?
The first part and the hardest part of it is the concept. You need to think the story of the game, how we're going to play it, what's the gameplay, what are the characters. That's the hardest part. It takes us around 1 year to polish everything. And then the next is the art. We want, what kind of art are we going to use? There's so many genre nowadays. So why not choose one of them? So we try to research, and the most playable games now is one of this is the genre of Agimat and the World Beyond. And then, of course, we don't have a lot of budget, so we try to research. And the Kickstarter campaign that we launching is coming April 28. That will help us to finish this game much faster. And then after that, we're going to develop after the art, the development phase, which is the programming. Once you program it, then going to test it to different cross-platform, like Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox, the PC, the mobile. You need to test it one by one before you can polish the code. Then after that is the beta testing. You can hire or you can ask someone to test your game about it. Then they will comment or they will give a suggestion about it for the improvement of the game. And then after that, one of the hardest again is the marketing. You need to ask someone to play the game, please buy it. And yun po yung mga process of game development.
Wow, that's quite a lot. So in total, how many years was this developed?
We are estimating around 2 to 3 years. So mostly around 2022 or 2023, we're launching the game, the full game of the Agimat.
I see. So in short, it is not, parang this is still a process na, like say, when you launch it, so definitely there is already a game that they can play, but the full suite of the game can be finished in 3 years pa. Tama ba? So kumbaga merong may phases pa siya na dito muna sa phase na to, and then eventually it will reach the full phase. Tama ba yon?
Yes. As of now, we're still in the development phase. But this coming October or November, we're going to release the early access of the game. It is free for all Filipinos. So you can play it on your platform. If you're using mobile, that you can play it. But it is only an early access. This is the first version of the game.
Okay. Yung first version ninyo, libre pa to. So it's not a paid game. This is a free game, correct? When is that process where it will eventually be a paid game?
Well, if matatapos namin yung full game, yung palang yung masasabi namin, it is a paid game. And we want an outcome na masasabi nila na, wow, pwede ko itong bilhin kasi sobrang ganda nito. Mas masabi na namin yung result na yun. That's it. Pwede na namin masabi, isa tong paid game at not a free game.
I see. Now, John Marie, talking about business, and I hope, I think Varian can also help here. What is this is a startup, and we want to, as a startup, diba, parang you get investments, you want to develop this game, and eventually make money out of it. So what is the business model behind this? Paano, and how do you think would you be able to recoup your investments? Kasi for some developers, diba, parang they are either employed by big gaming companies, diba, and they earn money from there. But this time, you develop your own, and then you do it parang kung tawagin nga nila, parang end-to-end ba yun, di ba? From the start to marketing to making money out of it. So, can you describe your business model where you can see eventually paano kayo kikita?
Well, this game is a long-term, pinaplano namin ito as a long-term investment.
Mm-mm.
So, meaning, once you invest here, pwede mo magamit in a long-term industry. So, hindi lang porke, and also, not only invest through money, you will invest here through knowledge. As kasabi ko na kanina, while playing the game, you will earn knowledge. And that is one of the long-term investment na pinaplano namin sa game.
Okay. Well, I think you sounded like one of the characters that I watched on Netflix, which is called Startup. Kasi di ba, sa startup, ano ba ang mahalaga? Yung gagamit, yung community na madidevelop mo, o yung balik agad sa'yo. So, di ba, ganun naman yun, di ba? Like say, people would want to really focus more on getting members of the community. Is that also your focus? Is that also your vision, that you want to get as much traction in terms of members of the community who are playing, and eventually, the advertising money will come? Is that also the kind of thinking that you have?
Yes po, kasi nowadays kasi makikita natin lumolobo yung numbers of gamers.
Mm-hmm.
So, compared to the other genre, makikita natin na yung mga gaming industry ay lumalaki dito sa Pinas. So, with the use of that, we can use it as a community natin. So, using syempre din mga ads, yan. Yun din yung makakatulong sa amin para to promote our game.
Wow, that's very interesting. We have a few more questions, but we will continue the discussion when Open for Business returns. Stay with us.
Salamat musika, lahat ng panahon, maaasahan ka. Salamat musika, itong munting mundo ay napapasigla. Salamat musika. Salamat musika. Salamat musika.
Open for Business is back, and still with me is John Marie Luistro, the president of Boom Brain Studio. John Marie, we talked a lot about the development of this game, and my next question would be the development of the process and the development of this initiative as a business. As a startup, as someone who started to engage in business, what are your tips as far as and what did you do as far as partnerships are concerned to ensure that your idea, kasi baka marami din mga kabataan na they have this good idea, but they don't know how to bring that into the market. Ano yung ginawa ninyo to ensure that your idea will be pursued and be realized, just like what we are now doing, informing the market about its availability?
Yes, to focus in the development of this game, we know that sobrang laki ng game. So we try to look for some publishers and partnership para makatulong sa amin. So we can focus in the development of the game. As of now, we have the partnership with the Multitude Tech Corporation. They are the one who handle everything except the development. So para mabigay namin ito na mas mabilis sa mga gamers, players, tinutulungan nila kami sa other terms ng business.
Can you talk more of Multitude Tech Corporation? What are its services also? And where did you find that synergy? Kumbaga, sa talking about partnerships, di ba? Parang you have to have that common interest, you know, and for you to be able to forge into that partnership. What do you think? What are the services of Multitude, and where do you think is the synergy coming from? What are your common interests? Kasi this could give a lot of tips also, you know, to small businesses, technopreneurs, or young professionals like you who are looking for their partners in the future.
Yes. Yung same na goal kasi namin is the technology. So both company, my game, the game company, and software companies kanila is goal. The target goal nila is the technology. So nowadays, alam naman natin na nandito na tayo sa technology industry. So that's why I pag-partnership kami with the Multitude Tech Corporation.
What is your message to two sets of listeners and viewers now? Yung una ay yung kabataan. Kasi katulad mo, you are a millennial, you're very young. We know that as parents, we also are worried with how the youth is spending their time or being addicted somehow in RPG and other games for that matter. You know, what to you is responsible gaming, and how do you advise the youth now to maintain or observe responsible gaming as a form of entertainment?
Yes. Just like yung mga kabataan ng katulad ko, I was addicted to the games. Yes. I was playing around 12 hours to 15 hours a day before. Then I realized na yung time na yun, yung kumakain sa akin, imbis na matuto ako ng something new. Doon ko nakikita na I need some passion, I need some goals, not only by playing. So I use, by playing games, I want to create. Yung pinakapangarap ko noon na to play only a game, but now I want to create a game, then play it. So I want sa mga kabataan na gawing passion yung gaming, not because na maging addictive, and also para bigyan ng goals sa sarili mo. And mostly ngayon kasi may mga streamers na tayo tinatawag. So you can play while earning. Pero with the use of that, you can learn din sa other people. So always remember na hindi yung enjoyment ang kailangan mo. Kailangan mo is to learn something. Kailangan mo ng goal. Kasi hindi habang buhay, lalaruin mo yung game. Iiwanan mo yun. Hindi tayo makukontento. So, use the gaming para magkaroon ka ng sariling goal.
Wow, that's really something. Thank you very much for sharing that. Now, I would also now ask you to your insights on and your message to entrepreneurs. So, ikaw bilang startup, I know that you will, as a startup, you will experience with your partners, with Multitude, with the team of Varian and the other executives, of that company. What is your advice to new entrepreneurs like you? What should they look for? So, halimbawa, you have these great ideas, you have these new concepts, but you are limited in terms of your partnership. So, what is it that you can also share with people like you, the youth like you, who would want to really create a business out of your passion?
Just like other businesses, you need to learn from your mistakes. Not because marami kang mistakes, susuko ka na. Always remember na yung mistake mo is only a stepping stone. Just like yung ginagawa namin. Because of that mistake, alam na namin kung anong mga susunod na gagawin. Alam na namin ano ang dapat gawin. Alam na namin bakit hindi namin dapat gawin yun. And alam na namin sino yung mga taong dapat sabihan namin ng business na. Always remember na yung idea, mahirap yung isipin. Hindi yung bigla-biglang maiisip mo, kikita na. Remember, maraming tao na gustong magnakaw nan. So make sure na hindi mo basta yun sasabihin sa kanila. Make sure you're going to use yung mga mistake mo noon para maging stepping stone yun sa ngayon.
Wow, yeah, wow, that's interesting. And Jo Marie, we're running out of time. I thank you, for this opportunity, for sharing your insights. And how will people know of this new game that you are developing, and saan nila mapupuntahan? Where will they get it? Where will they find it? What other activities do you have? And all the other announcements that you can share to our viewers right now.
Yes. We would like to invite everyone to please support the first ever 2D platformer digital game, A Game at the World Beyond. It is a 100% Filipino-owned game development company. This features our very own local Filipino fictional characters and factors. So this coming April 28th, we will be launching our first Kickstarter campaign. And this Kickstarter campaign is a crowdsource funding website. So, pwede kayo lahat mag-pledge para masuportahan yung game. And kung wala naman tayong budget, you can only share our page para makita ng iba. So, with simple amount, makakatulong yun sa amin. So, malaking tulong. So, sana suportahan niyo po yung gawang Pinoy. So, please do visit our website, themultitudetech.com, and also the agemat.com page. For more information, you can follow our social media page, Agemat and the World Beyond.
Thank you so much, Jo Marie, for sharing your insights, and we wish you success, for spearheading this new initiative to really promote the Filipino creativity and ingenuity, and placing the Philippine pop culture in the international market. That is Jo Marie Luistro, president of Boom Brain Studio, and also like to thank Varian Victoria, the president of Multitude Tech Corporation, for arranging this interview. Open for Business will be back. Stay with us.
Broadcast journalist Wayne De La Fuente returns on Philippine television and radio to deliver top stories and engage with the country's policymakers, shapers, and movers. Tatalakayin ang mga pangunahing balita alas 7 ng umaga mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, live sa teleradyo ng Net25 at Radyo Aguila DCEC 1062. Kasama si Wayne De La Fuente sa Balitalakayan.
Thank you for watching Open for Business. Join us again in the next episodes of Open for Business for more insights from CEOs, thought leaders, industry experts, and SMEs promoting business development in the Philippines. See you again every Saturday and Sunday here in Open for Business, where we discuss business information, deliver the latest business news to keep you informed and open for business, and be ahead of the curve from vision to action. You're on Facebook Live on Eagle News and at Net25 TV, and you can watch us again in the video section of the Eagle News and Net25 Facebook pages and on eaglenewslive.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Net25 TV. Thank you again for watching. For Open for Business, this is Cesar Vallejos. Believe in interesting times.